Hello and welcome to Living That's Godman with me, Godman. Today we are going to have our first postpartum wellness check-in. I decided to break it up into parts. So the first part I'm going to touch base on is physical. So how am I doing physically? Well, I'll say physically I'm doing pretty well. Weight-wise, I'm already back on my normal weight, which is 130 range. I'm 4'11". Physically, also, I wouldn't say I feel my best. On the endurance strength side, I am probably the weakest I've ever been, and that's okay. Now I'm just working on getting my strength back, getting my muscle back, getting my lungs up to par, and letting myself take as much time as I need to get back to normal. I feel that I've never worked out in my life before, so my workouts are challenging. I'm literally starting from scratch. Like, that's how I feel. Also physically, health-wise, I've gotten like 2 massages, I believe, since postpartum, and I've been to a chiropractor once. I'm still having this discomfort on like my lower back / like front of my pelvic area, so it kind of feels like when I sometimes like when I stand up, like I feel stuck, like I can't stand up all the way. So my next thing that I want to try and do is go to the acupuncturist. So I plan on doing that within the next 2 weeks. I'm going to call tomorrow and see when they have availability. So I'm going to try that out. So like my pelvic area still feels really weak as well. Part 2 is my mental. So my mental is really good today. Like, today's been a really good day. However, there's some days where it doesn't feel as good as today. Some days I feel like more emotional and more like I cry. Like, I'm easily gonna cry for the day. It can be like good reason or bad reason. So I'm just tired. And I was talking to one of my other mom friends that also just had a baby. She's had her a week earlier than me. And we kind of agreed on this, where sometimes we feel like we're on a go like all the time, but then it looks like we didn't even get anything done. And that's tough. And you're looking at the next day and you're like, oh my God, I still have so much to do tomorrow. Like, what did I do today? Sleep is okay. I feel like the past few days I've been feeling like I'm sleeping more, but for the most part, majority of the time since I've had a baby, I feel it's been rough sleeping. In terms of, it's not even my baby that's giving me problems, it's just like both of my kids. We all co-sleep. My son's doing a really good job sleeping through the night. He'll sleep at 4 or 5 hours straight. I'll feed him quick and he goes straight back to sleep. There's been a few nights where my daughter's been struggling. I feel like she's regressed sleep-wise. She's regressed a little bit since having the baby. We're just trying to get that where it's supposed to be. So before my son came, she was literally sleeping through the night. And she was having milk from me 3 times a day. Now she wakes up like 3 times a night, and she tries to nurse, and I gotta tell her, like, it's not nursing time. So sometimes she'll wake up like 4 o'clock in the morning, and then she wants to stay up for like an hour and a half. So trying to manage that. It's been tough falling asleep. Like, I used to fall asleep really easily, but right now, like, even though that I feel tired, sometimes it's a little bit hard to actually fall asleep. Sometimes I feel very short-tempered. Sometimes I feel that mom guilt. Sometimes I feel sad because I feel like I'm not reaching my own expectations, or like the expectation of like being a house mom or a stay-at-home mom, whatever, housewife. Like, I'm hard on myself because whatever I did something or put my mind to, like, I want to excel, I want to be so good, I want to be the best. So like sometimes I feel like I'm falling short, and again, just trying to give myself grace and just be okay with that. Like, I know every day I'm doing my best, and my best is great enough, you know. So working through that. So that's part 3 is spirituality. But I do try to fit in something of my spirituality throughout my day, whether that's just like doing my affirmations or letting the universe and God know what I'm grateful for. Waking up in the morning, you know, I try to meditate a few minutes a day if I can, and just breathing. I try to continue to breathe a lot throughout the day, even if it's like I'm getting overwhelmed, and just stopping and taking like 1 minute to breathe and work through whatever issues I'm having. My social, that's a little weird. I think today I want to be around people, but then there's a part of me that don't want to be around people. So that's what I mean by weird. It's like I do and I don't, and I think that might be like part of I don't know, maybe other moms can relate. But yes, like I want to be around people, but then I don't want to be around people. I thought about like getting ready, getting kids ready, getting the bags packed, putting all of them inside, maybe not having a baby crying in the car. All my family, most of my friends live 30 minutes away, and it's just a lot. So I was just like, nah. And then I could invite them over, because some of my friends are like, hey, we'll come over. So I let them know, like, just come over, make sure I'm home and come over, because I'm gonna do a bad job at inviting you over. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. We've been able to do like group dates, so that's been nice. Yeah, so those were the 4 parts. I did the physical check-in, mental check-in, spiritual, and social. If you guys feel like I should add another aspect of that, let me know. So for my self-care, I try to work out 3 days a week. That's like, I think that's a good number. It's not every day, it's not 5 days, it's 3, right? And most of the time I'm working out in my basement at my Peloton, and I try to do at least 30 minutes. So that's the minimum I try to do, is 30 minutes. So there's some things I, you know, might not be taking any time for myself. I try to take, I think, a nice Epsom bath once a week. And usually then when I'm doing bath time, I'm usually like editing my photos, like my videos. So it's like me time but work time at the same time. So I don't know if that counts. But this week I am committing to self-care this week. I want to see an acupuncturist this week, and I hope to meet up with some friends for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Just me, without my kids. And I plan on seeing also some of my family on Wednesday too. And like I said, I'm a full-time mom, stay-at-home mom, so I'm trying to embrace that. Out of all the things I've ever done, is definitely the hardest, and I think part of that is because it takes away, I don't mean this to be negative, but this is just like I'm being honest and real, and this is like the words that I have to explain it. So it's like it takes away everything you've ever known about yourself, right? So it takes away who you were a little bit. It takes away on what you've always done. It's not just me anymore. It's myself and my 2 kids. So it's the hardest thing, because you're working on yourself mentally, you're working on yourself spiritually, you're working on yourself physically. And at the same time, you're raising and taking care of these human beings, making sure your environment is what you want it to be. In my house, like full of love, and when you come in here you feel good, you feel like it's a vibe. So, and constantly, without thinking about it, modeling what type of humans I want my kids to be. And, you know, and sometimes they catch our bad parts too, and that's okay. We're human, you know. And I even tell my husband a lot to be mindful of how we're talking to each other, like how are we showing each other love and stuff like that. And that's another conversation to have. So, you're trying to adapt to all of this, right? So it's like I felt like I was exceeding with my 1 daughter, now I have 2, and I was feeling mom guilt recently, because I feel like I pay more attention to Amor than I do my son, and I don't want my son to feel neglected. And now I'm like, I need to spend time with my son, but I'm more can like feel like she can express to me that she wants to play with me, that like it's hard. And I'm just trying to get used to it, you know, like I've only been a mom of 2 for 12 weeks, 2.5 months. And I'm more at an age where she requires a lot of attention still. Yeah, and my son is chill. He's a really chill baby. So it's like, oh, you're good. Amo needs me, you know? So like if he's not crying, sometimes I'm not giving him the attention unless he's crying or I'm nursing him, which I feel is not fair. So, but I know as he gets older, he's gonna require that attention. So, yeah, so going through that right now. I love going outside. I enjoy it very much, and the fact that I don't get to go outside as much as I usually do when we're in our warm season, that kind of stinks. So I can feel that taking effect on me. So that is my wellness check-in for today. All my mamas, try to do this every few weeks. Check in with yourself, see how you're doing, see what you need, express to others what you need with your tribe, with your team of people, your resources, your help. Make sure to set some time for yourself. It is a must do. You need it to be a better mom. I honestly believe that. Everyone in general, you don't even have to be a mom to check in with yourself. Everyone should be checking in with themselves every few weeks, every week, however you want, and reflect. It's good for you. Have a good week. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Like, share, and I will see you next week. Peace and love.